Have you ever been hurt by someone you trusted deeply? A man who once promised to care for you, then left you broken, confused, and searching for answers? In those painful moments, it feels like your whole world has shifted. You cry, you ask why me, and your heart screams for justice. But what if I told you? You don't need revenge to win. You don't need to beg for closure or prove your worth to anyone. Islam shows us a powerful path, not to react in anger, but to rise with dignity. In this video, we will explore how to truly confuse the one who hurt you, not with words, but with your silence, your strength, your connection with Allah, and your personal growth. So, if someone has hurt your soul and left you wondering how to respond in a way that brings healing and honor, stay with us till the end. You'll discover the kind of strength that doesn't shout but stuns, the kind of healing that doesn't beg but blossoms, and the kind of believer who rises, not for people, but for the sake of Allah. 1. Stay silent. When someone hurts you deeply, especially a man you trusted, the pain can feel like a storm inside your heart. It's heavy and it follows you everywhere. In your thoughts, in your sleep, and in your prayers. You feel like saying everything you've held in, proving your worth, shouting your side of the story. But in Islam, there is a way stronger than shouting. There is a response that is more powerful than revenge. That way is silence. Not the silence of weakness, but the silence of faith. It's when you decide not to speak to them, but instead speak to Allah. It's when you trust that your pain is seen by the one who sees everything, and that he will speak for you in ways you cannot. Imagine the confusion in the heart of the one who tried to break you. He expects tears, drama, or maybe anger, but instead you walk away with grace. You sit in quiet rooms and whisper your pain to Allah. You cry only in sujud, and you let your tears fall where your head touches the ground. Your silence becomes louder than any scream. Your peace becomes louder than any insult. You don't need to explain yourself anymore. You don't need to prove anything. You know your truth, and more importantly, Allah knows it too. This kind of silence is not easy. It's not natural for the heart that has been wounded. But it's the silence that shows you have grown. It's the kind of silence that makes people wonder, what gave you this strength? What they don't see is that when you stopped speaking to people, you started speaking to Allah more. That's where your real answers came from. That's where your soul started healing. Let your silence become your strength. Let your calmness disturb his pride. Let him look for signs of regret on your face and find none. Let him hear nothing from your mouth, but feel everything in your absence. When someone hurts you and you choose silence, it is not the silence of pain, it is the silence of power. Because you are no longer playing his game, you are not reacting to his actions. You are now protected by the one who controls all hearts. There will be moments when you will want to speak. You will feel like defending your honor. But in those moments, remind yourself that Allah is the best of defenders. He knows your story from the beginning to the end. He knows your intentions, your loyalty, your love, and your pain. And he will handle what you cannot. You don't need to answer him. Let life answer him. Let your growth answer him. Let your glowing peace confuse him. Let your distance echo louder than any argument. This path isn't easy, but it's beautiful, because on this path you are never alone. You walk with the company of angels. You walk with the support of the most merciful. You walk with dignity, not disgrace. Your silence is not empty. It's full of prayers, strength, and healing. While he may not hear your voice again, your silence will speak to his heart, louder than any word you could say. 2. Don't talk about him. When a man hurts you, the natural urge is to talk about him. You want to express your pain. You want to explain what happened, how unfair it was, how he changed, how he lied, how he left. You want the people around you to understand your side. You want them to see that your heart was pure and your intentions were good. And while talking can bring temporary relief, it often makes the wound deeper. Words can carry pain into places it didn't belong. People may listen, but they will never feel what you felt. They may nod, but they will move on. Only Allah stays. When someone breaks you, when someone you trusted makes your soul tremble, the safest place to turn to is not another human. It is your prayer mat. It is that quiet moment in the middle of the night when no one sees you but Allah. That's where you speak the most. That's where your heart truly spills open. That's where you find a listener who doesn't judge you, who doesn't interrupt you, who doesn't get tired of hearing your sadness. He wronged you. He may never admit it. He may never come back and say sorry. He may walk like nothing happened. He may even act like you were the problem. But you know the truth. And Allah knows the truth too. You don't need sympathy from people when you have the mercy of Allah. You don't need to explain yourself to anyone when the one who created you already knows your truth. When you speak to Allah, you are no longer a victim. You are a believer who knows where strength comes from. And when you make this shift, from talking about Him to talking to Allah, you will feel something powerful. You will feel your power return. You will feel a light come back into your chest. You will feel peace, deep and beautiful. Sometimes, silence from you is the greatest punishment for Him. When He sees you no longer mentioning His name, no longer complaining, no longer needing His presence, He will feel it. He will wonder how the one He hurt is healing without Him. And the answer will be clear, because you stopped turning to people and started turning to Allah. That change confuses those who thought they had control over your emotions. It humbles the ones who thought you would be destroyed forever. Healing does not come from retelling the story of your pain to everyone you meet. Healing comes from speaking it once to the one who writes your story. The more you talk to people, the more confused you feel. But the more you talk to Allah, the clearer everything becomes. He gives your heart what no one else can. He replaces sadness with peace. He fills the holes that others left with strength you didn't know you had. So let Him go. Let His name fade. Let His memory weaken. Don't let Him live on in your voice. Instead, let your words rise in the remembrance of Allah. Let your lips move with du'as, with gratitude, with hope. And watch how your life slowly changes. Watch how the pain becomes a lesson. Watch how you become someone even better than before. Your silence about Him will be your power. Your speech to Allah will be your healing. And your peace will be your greatest proof that you were never alone. 3. Forgive Him. There is a quiet strength in letting go without bitterness. There is a quiet victory in not returning to someone who once destroyed your spirit. When you forgive, you are choosing peace. You are saying, I won't let your actions live inside me anymore. But when you decide not to return, you are protecting your heart from walking into the same storm twice. Some people believe that forgiving someone means allowing them back into your life. That's not true. You can forgive someone and still keep your distance. You can release the pain without reopening the door. You can make dua for them from afar and still refuse to share your life with them again. That's not harshness, that's wisdom. It's knowing that healing sometimes means moving forward alone. The man who hurt you might be surprised by your forgiveness. He may even take it as an invitation to return. But that's where you must be clear with your soul. You forgave him not because he changed, but because you changed. You are no longer the same person he hurt. You are no longer available for the same games. You no longer cry for the same attention. Your heart is now in the hands of Allah, and that's what makes you untouchable by the same pain. The real confusion you can give to the one who wronged you is when you forgive him with a soft heart, but you walk away with a strong soul. He may expect bitterness, he may expect cold silence, but instead you show kindness and then close the door gently behind you. That moment will speak louder than any words. It will echo in his life, not because you punished him, but because you outgrew him. Sometimes we keep people in our lives out of fear. Fear of being alone, fear of the unknown, fear of never finding better. But in Islam, when you trust Allah, you know that what is written for you will reach you, even if the whole world stands against it. So don't return to someone just because your heart still misses him. The same heart that misses can also heal. The same heart that breaks can also become whole again. Forgiveness cleanses your soul. It makes your prayers lighter. It brings ease to your chest. But returning to a person who hasn't repented, who hasn't changed, who doesn't value your worth, that only reopens wounds. You deserve more than repeated heartbreak. You deserve a life where your love is safe, where your presence is valued, and where your silence is respected. And most importantly, you deserve to live in peace, with no fears, no fake promises, and no regrets. Every time you think of returning, remind yourself why you walked away. Remember the nights you cried, the prayers you whispered, the strength you built. Don't destroy that growth by going back to what broke you. Let Allah be your healer. Let Him replace your pain with purpose. Let Him reward you with peace and people who bring you closer to Him. 4. Glow up internally. Build your Iman. When someone you trusted hurts you, the world can feel dark. You look in the mirror and feel like something inside you has faded. Your smile feels weaker, your eyes seem heavier, and your heart feels lost. But that moment, when everything feels broken, is actually the doorway to something greater. It's the perfect moment to start glowing from the inside. Not with makeup, not with fashion, not with attention from others, but with something eternal, Iman, with faith in Allah. That kind of glow never fades. The world tells you to look beautiful on the outside, but Islam teaches you to shine from within. True beauty begins when your heart is full of light, and that light comes from your closeness to Allah. When you begin to build your Iman after heartbreak, something amazing happens. Your sadness turns into strength. Your loneliness becomes your time with Allah. Your tears become your du'as. Your wounds start to bloom into wisdom. This glow is not about showing off. It's about becoming whole again. It's about filling yourself with purpose, with peace, with patience. It's about standing in prayer when everyone else is sleeping. It's about holding the Quran in your hands and finding your story in its verses. It's about hearing your own voice cry to Allah and feeling heard in the silence of the night. This glow is quiet, but it transforms everything. The man who hurt you may look at you and see the same face, but he won't recognize the person you've become. Because now you're different. You're connected to something deeper. You are no longer desperate for his attention, because your heart is full of the remembrance of Allah. That inner strength will confuse him more than any words. That spiritual growth will make him realize that the one he tried to break is now stronger than ever. Start by rebuilding your relationship with your Lord. Take small steps every day. Open the Quran, even one verse at a time. Pray on time. Make zikr throughout your day. Learn the meanings behind the names of Allah. Talk to Him in your own language, with your own pain. Tell Him everything He already knows, but He loves when you speak to Him. Every one of these steps builds your Iman, and with every step your glow gets brighter. This glow cannot be taken away. It doesn't depend on people. It doesn't disappear when someone leaves. It grows when you are alone, when you are forgotten by the world, when you are tired, but you still choose Allah. That's when you rise. That's when your face begins to carry a light that comes not from the sun. Sometimes we search for happiness in people, and when they hurt us, we feel like everything has ended. But your story doesn't end with someone walking away. It begins with you walking towards your Creator. When your Iman becomes your focus, your life begins to change in ways you never imagined. You start sleeping peacefully. You start feeling stronger. You begin to smile from your soul, not just your lip. That is the glow that never fades. Let the man who left see your growth. Let him see that his absence didn't destroy you, it freed you. Let him realize that while he stayed the same, you became someone better, someone wiser, someone closer to Allah. And while he may have walked away from something valuable, you walked closer to the one who will never leave you. Your Iman is your most beautiful feature. It makes you walk with confidence, speak with purpose, and live with meaning. It gives your heart peace that no one can touch. The more you feed it, the brighter you become. Not for the world to admire, but for your soul to finally feel whole. So don't just move on from heartbreak. Rise from it. Let it be the fire that awakened your faith. Let it be the reason you found your path again. The world may not understand your glow, but the angels will. And Allah will. And that is more than enough. 5. Don't try to prove anything. When someone hurts you, especially someone close to your heart, your first instinct might be to explain yourself. You want to show them who you really are. You want to prove that you were honest, that you loved purely, that you never intended to harm anyone. But sometimes, in trying to prove yourself to the wrong people, you end up exhausting your soul. You speak, you cry, you explain, but they still don't understand. Or worse, they don't care. That's when Islam teaches you something powerful. Step back. Don't try to prove anything. Let time and Allah reveal the truth. People may believe lies about you. They may only hear one side of the story. They may point fingers at you, twist your words, or laugh behind your back. You may feel helpless, watching your character being questioned and your intentions being misunderstood. But even in that moment of deep pain, remember this: Allah knows. And when He knows, that's enough. The truth doesn't need your defense. It just needs time. There is a silent dignity in keeping calm while the world makes noise. When you choose not to argue, not to fight, not to scream for your innocence, you are not giving up. You are giving the situation to Allah. You are letting the one who sees every heart speak on your behalf. That is not weakness, that is trust. That is the kind of strength that makes angels write your name in honor. Time is a powerful tool. The same people who laughed at you today might regret their words tomorrow. The same man who doubted your worth today may one day cry over losing you. But you don't need to stand there waiting for that moment. Move on with your life. Let your peace confuse those who thought you'd be broken. Let your silence echo louder than their noise. Your life, your growth, your calmness. These will become your proof, not your words. One day, everything will make sense. One day, the truth will speak louder than the lies. One day, those who doubted you will remember your silence, and it will hurt more than your words ever could. Until that day comes, keep moving forward. Keep trusting in Allah. Keep living in truth, even if no one sees it yet. Because the one who matters most already sees everything. You don't have to shout to be heard. You don't have to fight to be strong. When a man hurts you, the most powerful response is not in revenge, but in healing, in silence, in forgiveness, and in building yourself for the sake of Allah. Let your peace speak louder than your pain. Let your growth become the answer he never expected. And let your heart find comfort in knowing that justice, healing, and honor all come from the one who never leaves you, Allah. So hold your head high. You're not broken. You're being rebuilt beautifully by the one who loves you most.